Good morning, Emerson. Today is Tuesday, December 7th. On today's show, Jordan Moncada shows us how Emerson students are celebrating the holidays right here on campus.
And Alyssa Altman takes us to the Mass Art Holiday Sale, a great place to start your holiday shopping. Hey everyone, I'm Irina Zalchek.
And I'm Pat Lambert, and also in studio this morning, we have the three guys behind the highly anticipated and talked about BFA film Gem of the West. They'll be sitting down with us later in the show to talk about the film and tonight's big premiere.
And we also have Emerson's own Amory Sievertson with us this morning to perform a few of her brand new songs. Now Pat, good morning.
Good morning, or is it a good morning?
It's an interesting morning.
You can't tell it's a good morning because you can't see my status on Facebook because there's a new Facebook.
What do you think about this new Facebook?
Now, I think every time Facebook changes, people are worried it's an apocalypse. And for me, last night was, because they tricked me. If you didn't know, Facebook was coming out with a new profile, and I saw it on someone else's, and I thought, and it said like, click to try. Clicked it. There's no going back.
No, you can't turn back. We actually have let's take up a screenshot.
Please take a look at my beautiful face.
This is Pat's Facebook.
Now this is my public persona. There it is! What a disgrace.
Now what's interesting is at the top there is this pertinent information.
Which is not pertinent at all.
No.
No one cares they go to Emerson.
Well, they care,
That's where
but
it used
nobody
to
cares
say,
where your hometown is anymore.
That's where it used to say, ... I'm eating a sandwich.
Those are the important things in life.
Basically, they've restructured the whole thing where you used to have a status is all the information like single, looking, dating, weird stuff. Yeah. And then you no longer can see the wall and write directly onto it. You have to like click share or link or video. It's very confusing.
Now, my most confusing part to me was when I tried to find pictures, look at pictures for people. I couldn't figure out how to get to that without just looking at their albums. I wanted pictures.
It also does a weird kind of MySpace style thing on the side with featured friends. You can kind of choose your top friends that you want everyone to look at, which is very odd. For me, it's the most concerning because my Facebook status was a way of life, telling people things, and now it's lost among everything else. So, fair warning, people fight change, but change is coming.
You can't go back.
New Facebook.
But now it's time to toss it over to someone else, Miss Anaritis Rodriguez with today's top stories.
Anaritis, what's your status?
Is the happiest people don't have the best of everything. They just make the best out of everything they have. See, I almost messed it up. Good morning, Emerson. I'm Anaritis Rodriguez, and here are today's top stories. One person is dead after a small plane crashes in Leverett, Mass. This past Sunday, Federal Aviation Administration officials reported a single-engine plane that departed Keene, New Hampshire and crashed in the western Massachusetts town just before 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 4 people were aboard the aircraft when it experienced engine failure before hitting power lines and landing upside down in a field. No names have been released, but the 3 surviving passengers are said to be in critical condition at a nearby hospital. Hundreds are feared dead after a mudslide ravaged several towns in northwestern Colombia. Government officials say rescuers have recovered at least 12 bodies, but hundreds of people are still missing. This year alone, heavy rains and flooding have forced at least 1.5 million people out of the Andean nation, but Colombian President Juan Manuel Santos says this past Sunday's landslide is set to push that number to 2 million. A federal appeals court is considering the fate of Proposition 8. Proposition 8 is a citizen-backed measure in the state of California that defines marriage as a union between a man and a woman. Yesterday, lawyers for and against the proposition pled their respective cases in front of an appeals court panel in San Francisco. Not only did the hearing gain national attention with C-SPAN broadcasting it live for close to 3 hours, but hundreds of proponents flooded the streets of San Francisco. As of this morning, the ban is still in place, and lawyers say regardless of the outcome, both parties are expected to take the appeal to the Supreme Court. Now back to 2 people who are gay for Emerson and GME, Pat and Irina.
You know, I'm so happy to be here. And if you didn't know, I'm gay.
Well, all right. Thanks so much, Anaritis. Now it's time to throw it outside to Megan Mitchell with today's weather.
Hey, gay, what's up?
Good morning, Emerson. I'm Megan Mitchell here with your Waking Up with the Weather forecast. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It's gonna snow today, folks. Now for today's forecast. Today it's going to be snow showers, high of 37, low of 23. And now for your 5-day forecast. Wednesday, sunny, high of 33. Thursday, sunny, high of 29. Friday, mostly cloudy, high of 37. Saturday, partly cloudy, high of 40. And Sunday, mostly cloudy, high of 41. And now back to two people who are so cute in the snow, Pat and Irina.
Oh, the first snow of the season. I don't know if I like it.
I love it. So thank you so much, Megan. Now it's time to toss it over to Greg Baroud with this morning's sports highlights. Greg,
Keep
what's
us
going on?
warm.
Thanks, Pat and Irina. Good morning, Emerson. I'm Greg Baroud, and have no fear, the sports is here. The biggest football game of the NFL season took place last night south of Boston in Foxborough. The 9-2 Patriots hosted the 9-2 Jets in a game with massive implications. Here's a story about a man named Brady. And look at those eyes. I could get lost in those all day. Here's Brady. He hands it off the left tackle to Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. He has 4 names, but he only needs 1 yard. Plows into the end zone. Patriots off to a great start, 10-0. A minute left in the first quarter, Brady hits Deion Branch with the slant. He avoids a large group better than a Scooby-Doo villain. He tacks on 6 more for the Pats. Point after makes it 17-0, and the domination would continue from there. Here's Tom Brady again sharing the love. He rolls out to his left, and he loops it to Brandon Tate. TB to BT for the TD. Actually, Tate was out of bounds. Rex Ryan doesn't challenge, though. Not that it mattered. And the Jets didn't really do anything in that highlight, and they really didn't do anything the rest of the game, as Tom Brady would add 2 more passing touchdowns for 4 total. Ben Jarvis Green Ellis would cross the line for another one. And Jets defensive tackle Sione Puha said, "This humble pie tastes like a used car tire, and it's going down like peanut butter." Also, happy birthday to our lighting guy, Tom Narodka. And I've already used my Yo Adrian reference for the semester, so I'll just simply let you know that the Red Sox introduced Adrian Gonzalez yesterday. The Red Sox acquired the All-Star first baseman from the Padres in exchange for 3 prospects and a player to be named later. Padres general manager Jed Hoyer believes Gonzalez will be a monster at Fenway with his opposite field power, and Gonzalez called it a second dream to play in Boston. Although the deal got done, Gonzalez and the Sox have yet to agree on a contract extension. Back to 2 people whose primary dream it is to play in Boston, Pat and Irina.
Well,
I love playing.
Yay.
But thanks, Greg. It's the holiday season, and students here at Emerson are starting to celebrate. Jordan Mancata checked out what Hillel and Emerson's Good News Fellowship are doing right here on campus. Jordan, keep me festive.
Good morning, Emerson. I'm Jordan Moncada. Every year, the holiday season rolls around, which means it's time for students to break out their Christmas trees and menorahs. Student-run groups across campus are hosting a variety of events in order to celebrate their holiday cheer.
My name is David Goldberg. I am the co-president of Emerson College Hillel. Every night for the 8 nights of Hanukkah, we're having candle lightings for anyone who wants to come, Jewish or non-Jewish. Our biggest event of the semester, the Hanukkah open mic night, is Sunday night. We're going to have performers, Jewish and non-Jewish, and classic Hanukkah food, including latkes, which are potato pancakes, and sufganiyot, which are jelly donuts.
My name is Trang Fan, and I'm the treasurer of EGNF. Our event that we had, what we did was we contacted Crochet Kits, which is this organization. They have women in Uganda, and they knit hats. Whenever you buy them, all the proceeds go to help all their economic and financial needs. You know, the holidays are about giving back, and we really wanted to make an impact. It's just like a little get-together where people can come and see the hats, and then we had different stations, so we had like food, and then we had a photo booth, and there was like Christmas music and just people mingling, so it was fun.
We've done the best we can to make people feel like they're part of a community. It's not about necessarily who you see come speak or what the theme is of a dinner. It's just that you feel like you have a place at school.
It's really cool that we had the opportunity to like get this event, spread some holiday cheer.
You can't replicate the feeling of being home, ever.
So no matter what your religious background is, there sure are a lot of ways to celebrate this holiday season here at Emerson. For Good Morning Emerson, I'm Jordan Moncada, wishing you a happy holidays.
Thank you so much, Jordan. This summer, a group of students traveled to California, not for a summer vacation, but to shoot a BFA film called Maya Anderson and the Gem of the West.
Now, the project was spearheaded by 3 guys who we have in studio today to talk about the film. We have Dan Gamache, the director of photography and head of post-production, Jared Kowalczyk, the producer, and Joe Reckman, the writer and director.
And now, the premiere of your film is tonight at the Boston Common Lowe's, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Yes. All right. Well, we actually have an exclusive little clip of it that you guys have sent us. So let's take a look at that.
This is a sneak peek of what's to come tonight.
Nathan, you're home. You have to go talk to Mr.
What exactly have you been telling that girl?
What? Judah Gordon says that his niece hasn't been working right. Says she just stares off into space all day.
Nathan, did you see her face? Did you see what he did
No,
to her?
but he told me it's the only way he can get her to work right.
She's not a pack mule. We have to help her.
No, Maya.
What do you mean?
She's not working here anymore.
How could you do that?
Now, I told you, if this didn't work out...
She's just a girl. We have to help
Look,
her.
we're not getting involved, all right? Just leave it be. You already made a fool of me once.
But she's getting hurt over there every day.
Damn it, I said leave it!
What if it were me, Nathan? Would you just leave it if it were me?
It's so beautiful. So who is Maya Anderson and what is the Gem of the West?
Well, Maya Anderson is the heroine of the picture. She's a frontier woman living with her husband out in the desert. And the Gem of the West is a young girl that kind of gives her hope. She takes her under her wing, is kind of an adopted daughter, and she's kind of the drive of the story.
And what's the inspiration behind this entire?
I mean, did you have a Gem of the West? Or?
Yeah, was there?
No, not really. It started with Dan and I wanting to make a Western. And then we were trying to think of how to make a Western that was different than everything we had seen. So we kind of went in the direction of telling a Western about a woman.
Mm-hmm.
That was your idea, clearly.
Clearly my idea.
Clearly. But so we see that you shot on location. We don't have many deserts in New England.
No.
How did you find this ghost town?
I mean, basically it came down to Google. We're looking around for some sort of a ghost town in the California area, and went on Googled a bunch of stuff, came up with a bunch of hits. We checked out a couple of them last spring break. We went out there, made a trip, did some location scouting, and found the one called the White Horse Ranch out in Landers, California.
So to go all the way out there with a whole cast and crew.
How big was your cast and crew?
I think cast and crew we were around 30, 35, and there are a good 10 people that were from that Landers area who were also helping us out as well. So yeah, somewhere around 30 or 35 were helping us,
the local ghosts.
and making it happen.
Now, from the inception of the idea to the final edit, how long did it take to create and put together?
The inception, I would say 3 years.
At least.
Kind of started seriously thinking about it at the end of freshman year.
Yeah.
Wow. So how did you because I remember last year I would look on Facebook and there would be like Gem of the West, fundraising parties and things like that. How did you make this happen? Was it through grants? Was it through money that you raised yourselves?
It was mostly this guy.
Yeah, what we did a lot of private donation stuff. We made all these production packets that we sent in the mail to family, friends, and whatnot. And through them, they would make donations through our fiscal sponsor, which is the Jacob Burns Film Center, an exhibition nonprofit out of New York.
Yeah.
And so anybody who wanted to make some sort of donation, they would send a check to the Jacob Burns Film Center, and they in turn, would be able to forward that money on to us, and all that money was tax deductible.
So people have been talking about this for a long time on campus, and then we have the big premiere tonight. Dan, what should audiences expect coming in? Or how do I get ready for this? Do I come in a cowboy outfit, or what do I do?
Personally, I don't think it's like anything that anyone at Emerson's done before, or that I've seen. So definitely, I guess, be expecting something different. It's not your typical college romance story.
Expect a legitimate movie. It's just 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. I will do that.
And now, is it common for people to have big premieres such as this?
Not that I know of.
I
don't think so.
I think I've only
Well,
seen.
I see a new profile picture in my future, and Evie awards for you guys. But thank you so much for being here. It's time for our first commercial break. When we come back, Amory Sievertson will be performing live in studio.
Stay tuned.
9:15.